Hi, I'm Debbie.
And I'm Wendy.
Welcome to Navigating Nourishment. Today, we wanted to talk about the word vegan because a
Is vegan a
lot
bad
of people, a lot of people kind of cringe when they hear that word, right?
Well, and it's funny
So,
because you and I had this conversation before we even start the podcast, and in my world, it's not really a dirty word. It's not, it's just like it is what it is, but you opened my eyes to this whole world that actually says if it's vegan, ew, I'm not going to eat it. We wanted to talk about that.
right. Yeah, I've come across that. I've come across that a few times with not only my own family, but also some peers and some friends where the word vegan makes them not want to eat whatever it is that's labeled vegan. And I've had to tell them a few times that you're being silly. Vegan's not a bad word. It's not a bad word. So first, I would imagine that a lot of people know what the word vegan means, but just to clarify, what vegan means is it has no animal products at all. That means obviously no animal meats, but also no dairy products or animal products that like honey or using leather. Is there anything I'm missing there?
I don't
I
think
think
so.
it's
No bugs, no
yeah,
grasshopper crunches or
right,
anything. That's some new fad, right?
right. Exclusively plant life. So that's what vegan means. Exclusively plant life. That's it. Um, and so eating a salad is often vegan. If you don't have cheese on it, if you just have lettuce and vegetables and even nuts, that's a vegan meal right there. An apple is vegan. There's so many things that are vegan. Pasta is vegan. So we're eating vegan foods all the time. And yes, it is quite a trend to put labels on things. And vegan is one of those labels that's being put on foods that have been vegan forever.
Yeah, the
So,
same thing in the world of gluten-free, right? Things are being labeled gluten-free and they always have been gluten-free, and it's very obvious that it's gluten-free to people who pay attention to their food. But just because it's gluten-free or just because it's vegan doesn't mean it's a nutritiously rich or nutrient dense food.
right. And that's, I think, where the vegan being a bad word comes in because there's a judgment there. And that's the whole problem is if it has the word vegan slapped on it, now you're being judged that, oh, if you're not eating vegan, you're evil or whatever your judgment is that you think it is. And I think that's the pushback of a lot of people who are not vegan. When they see that label, they think, oh, that's not me. I don't identify as a vegan. I'm not going to eat that then. And so that's what I think has been happening. And
Yeah.
so, and that said, I think, there's some truth to some of that because there have been in the past, as in any other groups, there has been judgments passed on people who are vegan, who feel it's important to be vegan and would like most people to be vegan, but depending on their reasons. Because I think when veganism first came out, a lot of it was simply because of treating animals humanely. But and that is a very good reason to be vegan, but it's not the only reason to be vegan. So and just like being gluten free, you don't have to have celiac or be intolerant to gluten. You might just want to have some gluten free stuff because maybe you just feel a little bloated, or even maybe you just want to eat more nutrient dense food sometimes, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
We're What if you don't know by now, we are interested in throwing labels out the door.
yeah.
Because when we start labeling our way of being, we can get stuck and rigid in this way of being and not actually experience things that might be very valuable for us. Or, I mean, we have both had clients who are vegan, who went vegan because they weren't feeling well. Once they went vegan, they felt great. And then all of a sudden they didn't feel great anymore. And Is it because they went vegan or not? Is it because they just got rid of really awful foods that weren't making them feel good? You know, there's our body always is sending us messages and ideas, and and we just need to keep paying attention to it. One of the things you said in our group just this week is our body is constantly trying to be in homeostasis all the time. So
Yep.
veganism isn't right or wrong. It's not a bad word. And we just want to encourage people to eat real food. Just eat
Real
food.
food. Yeah. And don't pay attention to the labels on the covers of things. We always want
The
you to turn
marketing.
them around and look at the ingredients lists.
Yeah.
But a lot of the marketing depends on trends, and it's vegan, it's gluten-free, it's keto, it's
Keto.
whatever it is. Right, paleo, there's all these things out there. And do you really know what that means? And does it really matter? What really matters is what physically goes into your body and how does it make you feel? Okay, so that's really what we care about. That's what we want you to care about. We don't want you to really pay a whole lot of attention to those marketing labels, because that's where judgments, that's where nonsense comes into it. So that's our little shtick on veganism and all the other labels that are put out there. If it makes you feel good, eat it. If it doesn't, don't eat it.
Yeah. Feel good long term. Because
Yeah,
sometimes,
exactly.
just to riff on that, sometimes I feel good after I have ice cream, and then I don't feel good.
That's
uh,
right. That's right.
all right,
All
everybody,
right.
have a
Well,
beautiful day. Thanks for listening. And if you're interested in having, continuing the conversation and connecting with us a little bit more, please go ahead and sign up for a free 30-minute wellness call. We're happy to connect with you and continue the conversation.